fix you up, make everything much smoother again. I'll fix you up, from sunrise till dawn, my friend. I'll fix you up, with these hands and heart so true. I'll fix you up, Daniel, I'll fix you up. The connections might be tangled, the power source has lost its spark, but every wire tells a story, and I can mend what's torn apart. From sunrise till dawn, I'll be here waiting. From sunrise till dawn, I'll never stop. I'll fix you up, make everything run smooth again. I'll fix you up, from sunrise till dawn, my friend. I'll fix you up, with these hands and heart so true. I'll fix you up, Daniel, I'll fix you up. When the current isn't flowing, when the signals disappear, I'll be here with tools and patience, make the static crystal clear. Every cable, every circuit, every problem that you bring, I'll restore what time has broken, make the whole world sing. So don't you worry about tomorrow, don't you stress about today. I've got maintenance for your troubles, and I'll chase them all away. I'll fix you up, make everything run smooth again. I'll fix you up, from sunrise till dawn, my friend. I'll fix you up, with these hands and heart so true. I'll fix you up, Daniel, I'll fix you up. Hey, Daniel, everything's good as new. Hey, Daniel, I'll fix you up for you.
Welcome to the show. I am your gracious host, Daniel. I want to welcome everybody in. Thanks, and I want to thank all the subscribers to this channel. Your support means a lot to me. But if you feel more comfortable going to Rumble, I posted a link in the main page, the channel's main page. So if you feel better and want to watch me on Rumble, please be my guest. You can come on Rumble. You can listen to me on Rumble. So today is my favorite judge, Judge David Fleischer. So let's get started with Judge David Fleischer. Of course, I will be listening, but I will be watching for ads. I actually got a copyright strike because of a song and an ad. So here we go.
Non-guilty today, and I will be representing myself.
Okay, there's a certain way we go through things. Just bear with me a second. So the first thing is that you're charged with failure to stop and give information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or 2,000. I know that you're ready to say, go through your list of this and that, but because you want to talk, you're not listening. I need you to listen for a second. I'll give you time to talk, I promise. Just let me get through the spiel and then I'll give you an opportunity, okay? You're charged with failure to stop and give information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay, we're just going to do probable cause because I don't know what happened. Maybe there's no probable cause and then you're out of here. I don't know. Stop. You have the right to remain silent. Exercise that. They're DAs. Every single thing you say, they're going to sit there and type to use you.
I know that's my right.
Just hold on. Let's do probable cause first. Okay.
Yes, on June 15th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a crash. They met with the complainant who reported that she was involved in a crash with a Toyota Tundra and provided the license plate number. The male with gray shorts, no shirt, and tattoos stepped out of his vehicle and offered the complainant to follow him back to his house, and the complainant declined the offer. The defendant then left the scene without giving any information and sideswiped the complainant's vehicle a second time. The officers began to head to the car's registered address, 0.4 miles away, when they received a second call for help at the address they were headed to. At the address, a male matching the description provided by the complainant was having a mental episode in front of his house. The defendant admitted to driving and leaving the scene without giving information. The damage was approximately $2,000.
Okay. All right, Mr. Peeler, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. How old are you, sir?
So on June 15th, I was in a state of psychosis, and I have
Hold on.
documentation of the settlement that took place for the liability property damage which occurred on that incident. I have the claim number in front of me if you need it, Your Honor, for that settlement. I have the mental health crisis documentation, discharge summary provided by the Harris County Constable living at 13800 Lake Superior Lane. If you need that, upon further request, I can provide documentation of the discharge from the hospital that I went to.
Let's do this.
Supporting the mental health,
Mr. Peeler,
and I'm disabled too.
let's do this. Why don't I have you talk to a lawyer? Okay, your lawyer can talk with you, get to know you, find out what happened, and then they can approach the state to try to,
Okay.
see what's going on.
'Cause I'm disabled and I don't want to be, and I never was
Just don't say anything.
warrant at all. I never received anything in the mail, not once. So how can we help?
Sometimes cases work like that. Sometimes a person is involved in some kind of situation where a warrant will not issue immediately to where they get taken into custody at that time.
Well,
Those
I
are called,
in the mail, so I assumed that I would have received something.
never assume anything.
Correct.
Never assume anything. But let's do this. I can have you talk to a lawyer here momentarily. You can explain your situation to the lawyer. The lawyers can talk to the DA, and then we can work something, okay?
So
Just hold on.
I agree.
I don't want you to say anything because there are a bunch of DAs here and everything you say, they're going to use it against you. I will give you the opportunity, but first let me have you talk to a lawyer. I've got a bunch of them and they're great. They truly will help you out. Okay, really. Yeah. So let's do this. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. I'm just going to have you take a seat in the jury box while I find your lawyer. Be patient though. I've got 150 people here, Mr. Peeler. Okay, so just be patient. Okay.
Failure to, well, I actually did stop. I mean, for the record, we both have exchanged words outside our vehicle.
Okay, come on.
You're invited to join Phoenix Energy's next webinar, where you can drill deeper into our bond offerings. We currently offer 2 investment opportunities: a private placement bond offering for accredited investors with target annual interest rates between 9 and 13%. Also, we offer a registered bond offering open to both accredited and non-accredited.
Good morning, Ms. Stokes. Ma'am, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On October 31st, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a Walmart in Harris County, Texas, in regard to a theft. Upon arrival, the officer met with the complainant, the loss prevention staff, and the defendant. The complainant advised that she observed the defendant concealing items on her person along with skip scanning items at the register. The complainant then observed the defendant proceed to walk out of the store, passing all points of sale. Total cost was $49.92.
Stokes, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm barring you now, and I'm ordering you not to go to any Walmart for any reason. You understand? If I find that you go to Walmart and I don't care what your reason is, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You're already on bond for a felony theft as it is now. It's very possible they revoke your bond and issue a felony warrant for your arrest. What happened with the felony theft that she's on now?
Your Honor, on the felony theft, it says that the officers were on patrol and ran the vehicle through NCIC and noticed the vehicle was reported stolen. The traffic stop was conducted. The driver of the vehicle was identified as the defendant. The complainant identified herself as the sales manager of the auto dealership and stated the defendant came into her office to purchase the vehicle for $11,000. The complainant stated the defendant presented 3 money orders for $1,000 each as down payment. The complainant stated they only allowed the defendant to leave they allowed the defendant to leave with the vehicle. The complainant stated several days later she found out the money orders were stolen. The complainant contacted the defendant and told her to return the vehicle immediately, which were ignored.
And I see that she has yet another one from March of this year as well. Same thing.
Let me see, Your Honor. In that incident, she used stolen identifications and rented a car for 1 day and was supposed to return it, but failed to return the vehicle.
I'm ordering you not to drive. I am making it a condition of your bond that you're not to drive. Do you understand? Do you have a Texas driver license?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll run it, Your Honor.
You know what? Let's do this. I'm going to appoint your lawyer today, ma'am, and then we'll talk about all your bond conditions. I'm going to have you sign a receipt of Victoria, and then I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box, ma'am. Do not go away until we have you talk to the lawyer. Okay? Please.
Right this way. All right, Judge, next is page 19. Warsaw, Emily.
Is it Ms. Warzebach?
Where's the box?
Ms. Warzebach, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On October 23rd, 2024, the officer was conducting surveillance at a department store in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed the defendant enter an Old Navy. The officer made contact with the complainant, the loss prevention manager, who stated the defendant entered the store, selected multiple pieces of clothing, and walked towards the front of the store. The defendant abandoned merchandise on the table, but kept a white sweater. The defendant passed all points of sale with the unpaid sweater, causing alarms to sound. The officer observed the defendant remove the security tag and throw the tag on the ground. The officer made contact with the defendant and recovered the sweater.
All right. Okay, Ms. Warzebach, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm sending you now for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. I'll appoint your lawyer today, but sending you for a drug test. If you fail to go take the drug test, if you fail to come back, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand, man? Okay, take your seat for me, please.
Time for the fur today.
You've done the TRAS? Okay, great. That way we know what to,
About to start a job at Fiesta. There's somebody.
It's just those two pieces, right? But it's if you have to, can I get the thumbprint first?
We need your thumbprint, please. I've got another brown on a DVR. That's why I thought it was. Okay.
Imagine being able to build
All right. Good morning, Ms. Brown. Ms. Brown, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you a 13-month deferred. That is a type of probation that if you complete it successfully, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. This is really important. You don't need a conviction because when you get one, you become very difficult to employ, meaning it gets very difficult to get a job. The more convictions you get, the more difficult it is to get a job because people know that you have a volatile, meaning trigger temper, that if you get upset, holy moly, she could lose it and just, so it's really important that you make this work. Not only that, if you complete it successfully, you can have it sealed after a while so that the public can't see it. I will pay for it for you. If you complete this and you can qualify for the sealing, I'll do it for you for free. All you got to do is come back. And I'll make it even better for you. If you do everything you're supposed to do, stay out of trouble. I'll cut you loose in half the time. 7.5 months, you can be done with this thing, no conviction on your own. How does that sound? Be nice. It's not hard. That's all you got to do. If you get upset, walk away. Go somewhere else. You know, when I get upset, I distance myself from everyone. I'll go over there. I'll go run. I'll find something else to do. You know, my kids piss me off like crazy. What do you think I do? Yeah. It would be very easy for me to just beat them into submission, beat them and spank. And no, that's not the right way. If I get upset, I get up and I leave, walk out of the house. I'll go to find something else to do. That's what you need to do when you get upset. It's not the end of the world. It's never the end of the world. All right? So what does the TRAS say that she has to do?
She's gonna have to be in the mental health.
Shh. Okay, great.
Career management, cognitive behavioral therapy.
Okay,
Job skills training, and monitoring and psychotropic medication and treatments.
great. That sounds great. You know, do this 7 months, I'll let you loose, and then you're done. We early terminate people all the time for when they do well. We let them go in half the time. My only issue is, will she qualify for funding? Do you know?
I would have to be asked.
Because she doesn't have any money. And if one of the conditions on here is GPS monitor, there's no way she's going to be able to pay for that. I know that we have, is it
Because
TLAP?
that was something that her case manager had recommended that he thought would be helpful for her. And so
I think it's a great idea. But what I want to do is be able to pay for it because I know that she can't, and I can't waive the fee while she's on probation, but she might be, I know that she'll qualify for the funding. Can we try? Yeah, I'm going to try to get you to qualify so that you don't have to pay for anything. Okay. But if you ever have a problem, do you have Josh's number?
Tablet, so I don't have any contact.
Who took it? Did she tell you, is it she or he?
She,
Did she tell you how you can get it back? Is the guardian here now? How did you get here?
my group home staff, we did it
Are they here
over.
now? Where, are they in the courtroom? Can you, who is it?
Miss Simone.
Yeah, but where? Miss Simone, do you mind coming up, ma'am, please? Yes, come on up. And Josh, give her my card too. Will you? This is my card. If you ever need anything, all you got to do is just, you have us. I mean, Miss Brown, we're always here to help, you know? All you got to do is just make a call, send me an email.
I'm Simone.
Hi, thank you for coming. So they took her tablet.
Yes, they did.
How can she get it back?
In 1 month, if she behaves well.
You can get it back. It's not the end of the world. If you're good for a month, they're going to give it back to you. Right? Can you do that? Okay. You'll have it back in a month. That gives you a way to be able to contact us. So she's getting into a probation today. It's a 13-month probation. I told her that if she does well, then we'll take her off in half the time. All she has to do is the anger management class, stay up on her medication. And then there was one more important thing. What was it? The cognitive, it's therapy. Okay. Do that. Things will go well. All right. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you enter into this agreement, this is a contract you're signing with us. You either complete it successfully. If you violate it, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. We put you in jail. I'm going to bring you back out in orange, like you've seen all the other people that come out. And we're going to discuss whether you violated it. And if you did, we can put you in jail for an entire year. Do you understand this? This is serious business because you could go to jail for an entire year if you violate this. If you get violent with someone, if you do something you're not supposed to, if you pick up a new case, if you don't do your classes on time, if you break curfew, it's a problem. Can you get it done? Okay, I wish you luck. How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty? I won't find you guilty. I'm going to wait 13 months. Make us proud. You'll be done in 7.5. All right? All right. Good luck, Ms. Brown. Artavia Ellis.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Ellis, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am. I know you don't have one, but we're going to do probable cause first. Okay.
Yes, Judge. On November 8th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a disturbance at a residence in Harris County, Texas. The complainant stated that he and the defendant had been dating for at least 2 years and stated that he and the defendant had been staying with each other at the defendant's apartment or his apartment. The complainant stated that on November 8th, 2024, the complainant stated that he was seated on the couch and the defendant became aggressive and punched the complainant on the right side of the face. And the complainant stated that the defendant then jumped on him and put her burning cigarette on the right side of his face, leaving a mark and causing him to feel pain. The complainant stated that he told the defendant to leave, but she refused. The complainant was afraid and called 911, and the officer spoke to the defendant, who stated that she and the complainant had been dating for 3 years and that she and the complainant had a verbal argument over a cheating issue in the living room. And the defendant stated that the complainant kept bothering her, accusing her of cheating, and kept following her around. The defendant stated that she then ashed the burning cigarette she was smoking on the complainant's face because the complainant used to get violent with her in the past, and the defendant stated that she did not punch or have any physical contact with the complainant.
Ms. Ellis, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any illegal drugs, I'll put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? She has a prior assault of a family member. Is this the same complaining witness, guys?
No,
it's
Your Honor,
not.
it's a different
It was my
complainant.
ex-husband.
We don't need your help, please. You have the right to remain silent. Exercise that right. If you say something when you think it's going to hurt you, it may very well hurt you. If you think you're trying to help, just don't. I'm ordering you now not to have contact with this person. I'm entering in an order for protection that identifies London Renfro as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person, commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where he lives or where he works. Do you understand? That means you're not allowed to go within 200 feet of 10307 Dell Court in Missouri City. You cannot go within 200 feet of that address.
What is the address?
Okay. Until I know differently, you're not to go within 200 feet of that address. You know, we can work things out. My only and my primary concern, Ms. Ellis, is public safety. I will do everything in my power to protect every person of Harris County. If I have to put you in there kicking and screaming, crying and praying to whatever God there may be, I don't care. Do you understand?
People keep asking, how do we actually get an AI agent on our team? Well, it's easy. Watch how I do it in 60 seconds.
What do you do for a living?
I drive. I work for Amazon.
Do you have a Texas driver's license, ma'am?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have liability insurance in your name?
I don't currently have a vehicle right now.
You said you're driving something. You have to have car
I drive
insurance.
for Amazon. I use their vehicle to deliver packages.
Okay.
So yes, I do have a driver's license.
How much money do you make a month?
Not much. I haven't worked in like a month. I've been having problems with my heart, so I haven't been at work lately.
Are you still earning an income?
As of a month, I haven't worked in like a month because I took an absence of leave because I've been dealing with my heart problems.
Okay, I'll have you fill out an application, but I need to know everything about you. I need to know how much money you have in the bank, what your monthly income is. Don't just put zeros because I'm going to send it back to you. I need to know everything about you. And I'll look to see whether you qualify for an appointed lawyer. Okay. Do not leave until you sign all of our bond conditions. Otherwise, I'll issue a warrant for your arrest. And remember, no alcohol, no illegal drugs. That includes smoking marijuana. If you smoke marijuana, okay, please.
It's everything.
All right, Judge, can I just come over here, ma'am? Next judge is
Can you
case
file no contact and no weapons as well, please?
15. Sarah, come on up.
Victoria, what did you say?
Page 15,
Okay.
Sarah.
Edwin Sura Aparicio. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Good morning, Mr. Reyes. Okay.
Yes, Judge. On November 10th, 2024, the officer conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's vehicle after observing it run a red light and through an intersection. After the officer turned on emergency lighting equipment, defendant's vehicle accelerated at a high rate of speed. Officer activated sirens. The vehicle slowed down. Upon contact with the defendant, who was the driver of the vehicle, the officer observed red bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage. The defendant admitted to drinking. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN, 6 out of 6, walk and turn, 3 out of 8, one leg stand, 0 out of 4. The DIC was red and the defendant consented to arrest. The results were 0.15 and 0.149.
You said the stop was
For
for,
running a red light, Your Honor.
oh, he ran a red
He ran a
light.
red light and then the officer pursued.
Got it. Okay. Mr. Sura Aparicio, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Tell me, are you a United States citizen?
Resident,
Do you have a Texas driver license?
manejar de Texas. Yes.
Can you run his license?
Oh, Your Honor.
Do you have liability insurance in your name?
De su responsabilidad. Bajo su nombre. No,
Then you're not allowed to drive.
no se le permite.
I am making that now a condition of your bond. You're not to drive any vehicle until you have car insurance in your name. And we were able to see it. Once you obtain that, come back here, show us that you have it, and then I will take this restriction off. But until I know every person of Harris County is protected in the event that you get into an accident, you're not allowed to drive. It's just the law.
Seguranza sí tengo, pensé que era como seguro.
Oh, I'm sorry, I do have insurance. I thought you were talking about life insurance.
I don't care about life
No, a mí no me
insurance.
importa de seguro de vida.
Car insurance. Show me that you have it with your name before you leave here today, and I won't put this restriction off. I want to know that you're protected. I want to see that you have car insurance, and then we won't restrict your license, your driving privileges. I am ordering you, though, not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I will randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
¿Entiende? Yes.
Okay, you have a lawyer.
Tiene un abogado.
Job having a lawyer.
Tiene un buen-
Because you do, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Mr. Reyes and he will tell you when you have to come back to court. If Mr. Reyes tells me that he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Una orden de arresto.
Do you understand?
¿Entiende? Yes.
All right, guys, well, I'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you get with Felicia for your bond conditions and then free to go.
Thanks, Judge.
All right.
Have a great weekend and day.
You too.
I got one challenge for you.
Time for your reset. All right, Judge, the next Spanish arraignment is page 8. Hernandez Ramos, come on up.
Parece que conteste a voz alta, por favor.
Okay, Luis Hernandez, I'm sorry, Luis Armando Hernandez Ramos,
Yes, I am.
charged with driving while intoxicated. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine because of the high blow. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
No diga nada.
On November 9th,
El 9 de
2024,
noviembre de 2024,
officer conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's vehicle at approximately 10:47 p.m. after observing it weave between two lanes and fail to signal lane changes. Upon contact with the defendant's vehicle, the officer observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, red glassy eyes, slow speech, unsteady balance, and a glazed over look. The defendant had inconsistent statements and trouble with the timeline of the evening. The defendant admitted to drinking beer in his truck prior to driving. Standard field sobriety test.
Did he have alcohol in the car while he's driving?
Your Honor, yes, and towards the end of the statement. So, officers conducted standard field sobriety test, AGN 6 out of 6, walk and turns 8 out of 8, and one leg stand 3 out of 4. An inventory search of the vehicle revealed 5 empty 32-ounce Corona bottles, one 32-ounce Corona bottle with 1 ounce.
Corona, I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Oh, fair.
Go a little bit slower, huh?
Thank you, sir.
An inventory search of the vehicle revealed 5 empty 32-ounce Corona bottles, one 32-ounce Corona bottle with 1 ounce of fluid in the bottle, and one empty 24-ounce Modelo.
Drinking while driving?
DIC was red, and defendant consented to arrest. The results were .174 and .173.
Mr. Hernandez Ramos, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Tell me, are you a United States citizen?
Ciudadano de Estados Unidos. I'm a resident.
I don't know if you are or
Yo
not.
no sé si lo
And
es o
quite
no.
frankly, I don't care.
Francamente, a mí no me importa.
But one thing I want you to understand is if there is any problem with your immigration paperwork whatsoever, and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put an immigration detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in jail until this case is over with. And then you will be shipped off to immigration where you will sit for another 6 to 9 months. I hope that you would recognize it's damn elementary for you not to have alcohol in the car while you are driving. You now, I am barring you from driving whatsoever. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me that you're not going to drive. And I don't care what is going on in your life. If I find that you drive in violation of this affidavit, I can have a hearing to hold you in contempt, slap you with up to 180 days every time you drive.
Yes, cada vez.
Do you understand?
Entiende. Yes.
You cannot give any justification at all for getting into a car and driving, and there will be a very hefty toll. I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I will randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of illegal drugs or unprescribed controlled medication, likewise, you will go to jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. And like I said, any issues with your immigration whatsoever, you will be with me for a long time.
Estar ahí por largo tiempo. Okay.
I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I will have you sign a reset with Victoria. I will also have you sign your bond conditions with Felicia. We will get you out of here because you need a lawyer to represent you, and we will give you time to go hire a lawyer. When you come back, hire a lawyer. If you fail to come back, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Yo entonces voy a dar una orden de arresto.
Per pretrial, he's tested positive presumptively, because they have to send it to a lab for confirmatory for alcohol and THC. I think they described his behavior as
Threatening.
well, I didn't get threatening, but
I got threatening.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you now, I'm not going to have you, and I'm not going to stand for your threatening anyone in this court at any time. That is, every part of this is an extension of us. I don't care where you're going. I don't care what building you're in, whether you're in pretrial services, whether you're taking a drug test. It's unacceptable, and I'm revoking your bond, and now goes with you.
if I can, Judge, I don't believe there has been actually any evidence presented to warrant a
Hold
bond
on, Stephen.
revocation.
She told me yesterday that there had been multiple threats.
Let's hit pause for a second. The defense just scored a small win here. No explicit threats, just a bad attitude. But notice the judge's pivot. He's laying down a key principle. Bond isn't a right, it's a privilege, and he controls it. This is courtroom authority at its finest.
So, all right, to circle back, there's a couple things. In speaking with pretrial, I have not received any information about threats. I've received information about cursing and rude behavior.
Yes, Judge.
Don't
There was
speak.
no threat of harm or anything like that. It was just more so attitude. He was making people in our office a little bit uncomfortable just with his demeanor and the things that he was saying, but none of it, to my knowledge, has been anything, putting anyone in danger, threatening danger, anything of that sort.
This is where
You have an open criminal case. You're to be humble and contrite. And when you're not, and when you're threatening, abusive, harassing, I'm going to take care of you and I will light you up like a damn Christmas tree. Do you understand? It is unacceptable, the behavior that you have displayed here with myself, with pretrial, with the people down over there. And if you don't straighten up and fly right, I'm going to be all over you. Do you understand? One false move again. This is not supposed to be a happy time for you. And I don't know what I need to do to get your attention. But next time, I will classify you as a danger, revoke your bond, and make it so high you will have teeth falling out. Do you understand?
Sir.
Take a seat.
Thank you, Judge. Back to the point. You have a preference on the reset date, Judge?
Tell me what he tested positive for.
It was THC and alcohol, Judge.
Okay.
This is where I will add that the court added bond conditions yesterday, so he had the magistrate.
I understand.
Okay.
He did have these magistrate orders in October that I did see that he was instructed over. It didn't have no alcohol, but it did have
October what?
October
14th, 15th.
Give me the last name again.
Bledsoe, BLED.
Oh, no. He's still smoking weed then. I mean, if they told him not to use any kind of illegal drugs and he tested positive right now, give me the date, please. Come up, Mr. Bledsoe. You're not off the hook yet.
This is where I will repeat my assertion that since he's out on bond, he's entitled to a hearing where the rules of evidence would apply.
What we're doing right now.
Well, then I'm going to object to hearsay to anything and everything being heard by the court.
What day was the magistrate condition for no using, please? October 20th.
I also give my spiel about THC seltzers that I could buy at Specs that have no alcohol but have THC in them.
You are not to use alcohol. You are not to use illegal drugs. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to test you again in 2 weeks from today. If you test positive for THC again, and I don't care what it is, I don't care if it's a gummy, I don't care if it's a joint, I don't care if it's Delta 8, if it's Delta 9, if it's Delta 352, whatever it may be, you will stay with me. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Get whatever records you need. But if you test positive for THC again,
Yes,
you're
sir.
on notice now. You will stay with me.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge. Have a seat back in there. But did you have a preference on the reset date, Judge?
2 weeks, whatever you want.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. You said
And
2
I'll
weeks.
test them back and we'll see.
Do you
But
want,
by then it'll be sufficient benefit that
Yes,
there's
Judge.
just no arguing.
do you want him 2 weeks from today testing on that date?
Yeah.
Okay, will do. Thank you, Judge.
For sure, Nate. You are Jonathan Leatherwood.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir. So you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Officers were dispatched to a crash in Harris County, Texas. Officers arrived and observed the defendant as the sole occupant in the driver's seat. They observed red glossy eyes, strong odor of alcohol, slurred speech, and unsteadiness. Complaining witness told officers she was sitting at a red light when the defendant rear-ended her. Complaining witness exited and walked over to defendant's car and observed an open can of beer in the cup holder. SFSTs conducted, 6 out of 6 HGN, 5 out of 8 walk and turn, 3 out of 4 one-leg stand. DICs were read and defendant consented to blood sample. His license is eligible and this is his first DWI, Judge.
Open container of beer while drinking, you say?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Leatherwood, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a valid Texas driver license?
Yes, sir.
Do you have liability insurance in your name?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm now taking away your privilege to drive. You are not allowed to drive. Do you understand? I'm also making that a condition of your bond. I would hope that you understand it's elementary that you're not to have alcohol in the car while you are driving. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Strauss. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you, you pick up a new case, you endanger my county, I'm going to revoke your bond. No more PR bonds for you. Do you understand? All right. I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I'll get you to Victoria where we'll have you sign a reset. After that, we'll get you with Fleischer for your bond conditions. And after that, you're free to go.
Yeah, Judge, we believe, Your Honor, what was in the car was an energy drink, Judge. It was not alcohol, Your Honor.
It's just what's alleged, Judge. I mean, I don't have a photo of the
Judge, he has
can,
no
but-
priors. We would ask you, Judge, to allow him to drive while on bond.
They're alleging he's got an open container of beer in the car while he's driving. I mean, you know, if you show me that it's not, I'll take it away. But I mean, they're telling me it's an open container of beer. So do this. Is the video here? Do you have anything?
Yeah, it looks like we have some body cam, Judge.
Okay, do you want to take a look real quick to see if you see something different?
Take a look. Your
No,
Honor.
I mean, we've got time. It's 9:45, you know,
Yes.
we've got
Take a
all
look. I'm
day.
gonna approach.
Well, not all day, but you know,
Sir.
take a look real quick. I'll put this on hold if you find something different, you know,
Yes,
and
sir.
once they have time, they can go out, reach to the officer, see, hey, was it really an energy drink? Was it a beer? And let's see. But if he's drinking and he's in the car and they're alleging that, no, you know, there has to.
We'll go look at it.
Yeah, sure, for sure. Mr. Leatherwood, heed this warning. You won't get another one. Do you understand? Okay, come on.
All right, Davis, come on up, page 7.
What, hey, Vic, what page? 17?
7, last name Davis.
Good morning, Mr. Davis. So you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
The complaining witness and the defendant are married. Officers were dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas. They met with the complaining witness who stated that she had called the defendant and noticed that he was intoxicated. Complaining witness then drove to the defendant's location to take his keys to make sure that he would not drive. The defendant
Smart. Wonderful.
The defendant refused to give her the keys. The keys ended up on the ground. The complaining witness went to pick the keys up and the defendant started grabbing her, pushing her, and hugging her as they both fell onto the ground. Complaining witness said that she fell onto the ground and she felt pain and discomfort, and the defendant was on top of her. The officer noticed the defendant was much larger than the complaining witness. leading him to believe that the defendant falling on top of her would cause pain as well.
So did he intentionally assault? Was it an accident? I don't, read it again. You said he fell on top of her. Isn't that what you said?
Yes, Judge. He hugged her and then they both fell to the ground. And then he had fallen on top of her when they fell to the ground.
This is a specific intent crime.
I don't think we have an offense report, Judge.
Well, nevertheless, this is what we do now. This is the probable cause.
This is a sharp legal moment. The judge zeroes in on intent, the heart of an assault charge. The prosecution must prove the defendant actually meant to cause harm. A chaotic, drunken scuffle may not clear that bar. He's not rubber stamping the case. He's dissecting it piece by piece.
Hearing. You got to have it now.
This is a DVD case, Judge. I don't think that the complaining witness has been ripped yet.
Doesn't matter. We got what we got here, and I don't see intent. In life, Mr. Davis, it's Davis, right? There are people who drink. They become very happy. They're great to hang out with. They crack jokes. They're just the life of the party. And then there are those people, when they drink, they become the devil incarnate. They get horns. They just become terrible. If this strikes a familiar chord, don't drink. It sounds like someone's trying to do something very loving, Really. I'm going to find no probable cause now because I don't see intent, but just be careful. You know what I mean? Just, you got one life. Be happy and be nice. All right? Just take a seat for me, please.
All right, Judge, next is case 17, Laverne, Asia.
I'm sorry, I missed the page. I was like
17.
zoning. Ms. Laverne? Good morning. Ma'am, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Many witness and the defendant were dating for 6 months. On 12/4, officers were dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas. They met with the complaining witness, who stated that the complaining witness and the defendant were at their uncle's house for food. When the defendant became angry, the complainant had received a call from another girl. Complainant called the girl back to prove she wasn't cheating, or he wasn't cheating. Defendant snatched the phone from complaining witness and began screaming at other party. Defendant grabbed complainant by the throat with her hand and struck him multiple times with a closed fist, causing pain. Complainant called police when the arguing calmed down. The witness stated he did not observe the fighting, but did hear defendant say, I hit you and I'll do it again. No visible injuries were observed on either party.
Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do we know, do you guys have the rip done? Do we know if he wants to continue to have contact with her?
The DVD case, Judge, and we don't have the rip on this.
Okay. I don't know if he wants to have contact with you. So until I know what his wishes are, I'm going to order you not to have contact with this person. Do you understand? Ms. Laverne, I want you to understand that I'm going to protect every person in my county. If I have to put you in custody, I'll do it in a heartbeat to protect everyone. Do you understand? There's a protective order that's been issued in this case. You need to get to know it. If you violate this protective order, the state can file a violation of protective order. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. There's a residential restriction. There's things that you can't do. So take note and don't have any contact. Don't have any weapons with this person. Do you have any questions? Well, I don't want to talk about the case. I'm just over the conditions. Do you have any questions? How old are you, man?
22.
You're 20. What do you do for a living?
I'm going to school.
Where do you go to school?
San Jacinto.
Okay. Do you work?
Yes.
What do you do?
I'm a dancer.
A dancer?
Yes.
Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to order you also as a condition of your bond not to use alcohol or any kind of illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, likewise, I'm going to revoke your bond. I'm not asking much from you. All I'm asking you to do is follow the law. Don't use alcohol. Don't use drugs. I'm going to test you. Do you understand? In fact, I think I'm going to send you for a test today because I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. Come back, and then I'm going to find you a lawyer, man. All right? Okay, please. Hi, Casey.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
I do have a plea for you today on Mr. Bryant.
You say Mr. Bryant?
Yes, Jason Bryant.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Bryant. Oh,
So it is actually not a second.
Your Honor, if I may, it's not a second because our investigator reached out to the county and found that the records were expunged. So
there's still,
Your Honor, under the code, you can't use expunged records for purpose of enhancement. And we reached out to appellate to confirm that as well as other people, as well as from the AG's office, and they've all.
So what happened? Did it get dismissed?
So
expunged?
It's a conviction that was
You still
expunged.
enhance it to a second?
We can't use
Not
the
with an
expunged
expunction.
records, Your Honor.
Technically, they shouldn't even know about it.
Yes, that's the issue. So for that reason is why we put a reduction to a first.
So if
Yes.
we could refile it as a first, but we're not allowed, like per our appellate division, we can't use it for enhancement purposes, like to upcharge to a second.
Here's the thing. You've already had one that's dismissed. You now pick up another one, right? You know, when do we say when? When do the proverbial slaps on the wrist stop? You know, how old are you now?
41.
You're 41. When do we get it? You know, do you watch the news? How many times a day do people die in Harris County because of the DWI?
Every day, all the time.
Every freaking day, every single day. And the problem here is that what I have found when we go too low on punishment with repeat offenders, I have found that they wrap their car around a pole the next week. And that's why I have an extremely hard time of taking another proverbial slap on the wrist if you've even had one dismissed. Because who's to say you've learned anything? Tell me about the facts, will you, please?
Yes, Judge. One moment, Judge. So the facts were the officers were dispatched to a major crash call, and a witness stated he arrived at the accident, observed the defendant sitting in the driver's seat of the vehicle with the engine still on, and saw the defendant get out of the vehicle and sit by a tree. The officers observed the defendant to be sitting under the tree near the vehicle and was.
Did you say there was an accident?
It was a single car
It was a single
accident,
accident.
Judge.
He had hit a tree, and then he was being treated by HFD upon the arrival of the officers. And the defendant's vehicle had right bumper damage and windshield down and the glove box open from the accident. And that's when the officers found
Two guns.
a loaded handgun on the sidewalk and another single 9mm near the vehicle. And then the officers then observed bloodshot, watery eyes, slurred speech, and a strong odor of alcohol coming from the defendant. And the defendant was unable to walk due to the injuries from the accident. So the defendant admitted to driving, crashing the vehicle, and owning the firearm. He also admitted to consuming the alcohol. And that's when the defendant was transported to Memorial Hermann by ambulance and was unable to perform SFSTs due to the hospital visit. And a blood draw was performed.
What was the blood?
A blood alcohol level of 0.153. That's nearly double the legal limit. Add a car crash, 2 guns in the vehicle, and possibly a second DWI. And you can feel why the judge is fed up. This isn't just a slip-up. It's a recipe for disaster.
He came back at 153.
Did you guys enhance it to a 15 and above?
No, Your Honor, we did not.
How did they even charge it as a second when you're telling me that it's been expunged?
Originally, it was charged using the expunged records because they only ran an NCIC, and for some reason it came up on NCIC when it shouldn't have. That's the issue.
Forever, for the rest of your life, you now see, even if it's expunged, people still see it. Doesn't matter. You know, in the future, going forward, what do you think is going to happen if you get pulled over and an officer looks at your record? Right. From now on, you're looking at a minimum of 30 days in jail. I'm going to tell you now, Mr. Bryant, I don't want to take this. I don't think it's fair. I don't on any seconds because, there has to be consequence for behavior and it's not fair. This is the last time you will get a proverbial slap on the wrist. I want you to understand that. Anytime you get pulled over, they're going to see all this. You will get taken down. All you have to do is push a button on your freaking phone. $30 to $40 on an Uber will take you anywhere you need to go. Do you understand how much money have you paid them to represent you? How much money have you paid to represent on the first freaking DWI? And now you're back. I'm going to tell you, if you act like a child, I'm going to treat you like a child, and I'm going to put you over my knee, and I'm going to spank you like a little child. You come back here, but I'm going to do it with a ton of jail time. Do you understand? Sir. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal once you accept this agreement. You can never change this or undo this. Do you understand? How to plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated. I will find you guilty. I will sentence you to 3 days in jail. I'll give you credit for 1. I'm going to suspend your license for a year. Do not drive until you get a license. I am also now going to hit you with the DPS surcharge that you will be required to pay. That is a $3,000 surcharge you're going to be required to pay. You will also be required to pay the court costs, which are around $400 to $500. And I'm going to tell you, we're going to get it one way or the other, because if you don't, every $100 that you owe, you will be sitting 1 day in jail. So you can imagine on a $35,000 to $4,000 bill right now that you're going to get, how much you will sit in jail. Sure. I want you to understand that we will not tolerate DWIs in Harris County, and we're going to get blood one way or the other. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
It's just not fair when it's so easy to find another way. I like to drink. I like to drink a lot. I love my mules. Really, really spicy.
Here's the essence of Judge Fleischer's approach. He's not standing on a moral pedestal. He's relatable. He says, I enjoy the same things, but I plan ahead. It's straight talk, and it lands harder because it's authentic. What do you think? Does his honesty make the lesson hit deeper?
I love to go out with my wife. How do you think I do it, though? Right. And then I can just be towed, But that's the responsible thing to do. And I hope that you really get it from now on, because God forbid you do something that you really can't walk away from. Do you understand? Sure. All right. Good luck. Thank you, guys. Hi, Ms. Brown. How are you? I'm sorry to see you in this circumstance. You now picked up a terroristic threat, serious bodily injury. You're facing a year in jail. The thing that I told all of them that I'm happy that you didn't follow through. That, sticks and stones, right? But words can hurt sometimes, right? As you now see, you've now picked up a new case. I don't know how we go forward now. What do we do? I don't know either. You're 19, right? Where do we go? Because you had a home to go to, but we don't know if we can put you back in the home. No way under any circumstance am I going to let you just out on the street. That's a death sentence. Because where would you go? Who are you going to be with? How are you going to eat? I can't do that. We can't just give you a PR bond. I have to know where you're going to go, who you're going to be with, so we don't set you up for failure. Do you know the phone number to that house? Have you given it to Josh? Okay. Don't say it out loud. If you can write it down, we're going to try to get in contact with them. We can call now so that we can see if they're willing to take you back. And then we'll go from there, because I don't know how we're going to go forward. I don't want to let you out on the street. Is there anyone here, do you know, for her? You've been in contact with the caseworker, social worker, or no?
The caseworker and then also her appointed guardian. Also.
Have you talked to them lately?
Not since this new case.
Okay, so I guess, can we try to do that today? Let's roll it to tomorrow. Let's see, are they gonna accept her back? If not, how do we go forward? I don't want to keep you here for a long time, but I don't know how to go forward at this time. So let's give it a day. Let's see what Josh can find and then we'll bring you back, okay? All right, sticks and stones, I'm glad that you didn't follow through. That's good. Now, we have to get you to learn self-control so that you don't flip out. That's the name of the game now. All right? Think about it. Okay. All right. Thanks. Antonio.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is a new appointment, Sandra Dawn Stumbo. It's a 2019 case. State, apparently there's no evidence, and I guess they want to evaluate it for dismissal.
Yes, Judge. Right now, we just put in the request because at the time, I guess they didn't request the body cam and dash. So yes, Judge.
Oof.
We're going to reach out to see if we can get that within the next week or so, 2 weeks.
No. I'm not going long. I mean, this case is, if you guys didn't do it back then, hey, this case is over 2,000 days old.
That we're going to look, see what we do have, and we will likely be willing to dismiss after we look at it briefly.
Okay, let's set it a week.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to waive her appearance.
All right.
Come up, Ms. Stumbo. If you ever take off on me again, there are going to be so many zeros behind that bond. You're going to be looking at 15 eyes. Do you understand? You must be back in a week so we can determine where we're going to go with this case.
Can I explain why?
Doesn't matter. You have to understand, your excuse goes in one ear, goes out the other. The only thing that matters are choices. You can either make a good choice in life or you can make the wrong choice. When you show up to court, good things happen. And when you don't, there's consequence. You're old enough to understand that. Like I said, you take off on me again, get ready, because it's going to be a long ride. Okay, Antonio, we'll see you in a week.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, bud.
Hey, Judge, I had a quick question for you also on Booker. So you said that we could reset her. She went and did a drug test today and was clear.
Great.
So I was going to see if we could reset her out till after the new year. She'd been coming back for GED proof.
That's right. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
She showed me, she's called, almost a dozen different places. She's working to get into it. I think with I think it's the timing of the year. It's somewhere.
Come on, Ms. Booker.
Yeah.
But that's like a month, and I want to make sure that is she in and doing the studies, or she hasn't gotten in yet?
She showed me a lot of screenshots. People are responding, and we're gonna get back to her. And she's spoken with people in person.
Yeah, I spoke to
So what's happening?
I spoke to Mr. Charles Jackson on the career and recovery. He says,
Yes, isn't that the guy that we spoke to?
Last time she was here, you spoke to him on the phone.
Was it regarding her case or was that someone else?
I want to say hers.
So we didn't have the specific
Yeah.
last time we were here. We got the list at the end of the last set.
yeah.
Who's that with?
But he said he wasn't taking any clients until January 8th. And
Oh, this is a great guy. We have him. We had him on another person. And remember, I called and it wasn't her, Stephen. It was someone else. And God, who was it?
It was Connor's client.
Yes, right. Good job. Dan, you're the best. You're so good.
yeah,
He's a good guy. I like him.
I did speak to him.
Okay, so then if he's, okay, I'm willing to wait for you to get with Mr. Jackson. But
Okay, yeah.
get on the list. Don't mess around.
I'm not, of course.
Okay, so what did he say? What day?
He said January 8th is when he's taking new clients.
Okay. So let's set you for January 9th. I want to make sure that you get in with this guy, okay? If for some reason that day you don't get in, I'm gonna call him myself.
Okay.
So that one way we'll get, okay? But just call him back, say, hey, man, I talked to my judge. Judge is cool with it. We're gonna wait for me to get in with you guys because he knows you and he likes you.
Okay.
So that way it's more kind of, you build a rapport with this person, okay?
Thank you.
Do that and we'll wait for you to get in and we'll get you out with that GED one way or the other. Okay? All right. Thanks, Josh. All right. Good job. Good morning, Ms. Rocking Pelu. Did we really have another bond violation?
No. We think this is an issue we were having where it was incorrect.
Oh, so we're still, but nothing new has happened?
No, nothing new.
Okay.
And so we're just trying to get them past it. We were going to have a hearing about it, but we just decided to do a time serve on this and then deal with the Star Court stuff upstairs and just be done with it.
Are you guys familiar with what Star Court is? I have no idea.
Actually, I am actually, because I used to.
Okay. What is
Star
it?
court is a drug intervention. It's kind of like the sober court where they're actually report to the court in front of the judge. They have probation officers. They have basically a
So it's a
attorney for them.
Sober court for felony case?
Right, for drug cases, yes.
Do they go into treatment? Is it outpatient, intensive?
They can actually go
It
into it.
depends because it's for our sober court, it only addresses alcohol, and drug court is drugs and alcohol, so it just depends on what the client's issues are. But they do participate in treatment.
You're on 2 very serious felony probations for 2 DWI thirds. I cannot imagine that they're gonna bend over backwards to help you as many times as they have, Mr. Akinpelu. Really? I mean, when do we say when? The courts here we're not asking much from you. Really, we're not. The only thing that we're asking from you is don't drive and don't drink alcohol. That's literally the only thing we're asking you to do. And you come back over and over and over and over. And at some point, excuses lose value. If my kid makes a mistake and I tell him, okay, bud, don't do it again. And he does it again. All right, come on, man, I told you. And he does it a 3rd time and he does it a 4th time. Do you think a sorry means anything? No. That's what we have here, over and over and over, like a little child. It's time to grow up before they throw your ass in prison. I mean, what is it really going to take? Some people really only learn the hard way. Is that what's going to happen to you, Mr. Akinpelu? Only time will tell. You now stand charged with driving on a suspended license. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 3 days that you've done. You need to understand a couple very important things. Number one, it's going to go on your record. You're now facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up in here. Number one. Number two, the fact that you are on probation, you're pleading guilty to this offense, they can revoke your probation, and this can result in further confinement. It can result in you ending up back in TDC. You're looking at 2 to 10 of the penitentiary if you pick up any more cases. You also need to understand that it's possible that DPS suspends your license on top of this. I have no control what DPS does, but they're probably going to suspend your license. Don't start driving. It is a condition of your probation now. You are not to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an interlock on it. Do you understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. Do you understand? How do you plead to the offense of driving while your license is suspended? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. Don't come back. Really. And please don't kill someone. I'm begging you, don't kill someone on the road. Look. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
I don't know how many times we're really going to bend over backwards to continue to let you out of jail. At some point, your actions become your own. I understand that you've had a hard life. I understand that you've not had people in there to guide you. That's why we are here now. We want to help you. We want to lead you in that right direction. But at some point in this life, your actions become your own, and you cannot continue to blame this, that, upbringing. Just, you have to know what is right. You have to know what is wrong. And the most important thing is self-control. You have to learn self-control. 90% of the people that are in jail, because they have no self-control. They act without thinking. They speak without thinking. If I say this, what's going to happen? If I do this, what's going to happen? That's what you have to do. You're going to get upset again. It's going to happen. But you have to control yourself. Do you understand? What did I just say? What else?
Sometimes you have to control it.
Self-control. Do you understand? I'm going to give you one more short example, okay? If you get into a pissing match, if you get into a fight with someone who has power, like the power of arrest, like a police officer, someone who has the power to put you in a segregated room, if you get into a fight with this person, you're nearly going to lose every time. But if you tuck your tail between your legs and own it, more than likely they're going to let you go.
This might be the most important takeaway in the entire hearing. He's not just passing judgment. He's mentoring. He's offering a survival guide for navigating authority, backed by his own personal story. That vulnerability is what makes him magnetic to watch.
I use this example a lot. A while ago, I got pulled over by an officer. I was driving and I stopped. There's a stop sign there, right? Or I think, no, it was a red light. And it turned green. No, it was a stop sign. And I get to the stop sign and I stop, but it was maybe for like a second. Cop comes behind me, woo, pulls me over and comes to my window, extremely aggressive. Why didn't you stop? What's wrong with you? You really could have injured someone. You know, officer, you're right. I'm sorry. I messed up. It was stupid of me. I won't do it again. And I'm really sorry. You know what he did? What do you think he did? Yeah. What do you think he would have done if I said, no, that's bullshit. I didn't do it. I stopped. I swear to God, I stopped. You're wrong, officer. What do you think he would have done? Well, or probably just given me a ticket. But if you tuck your tail between your legs and own it, 9 times out of 10, good things are going to happen. That's what you need to learn. Self-control. And you know what? Even if you're right and they're wrong, it's okay. It's not a big deal. But that's how we live. That's how we mature. That's how we grow up. Your actions now are your own. You have to realize that. We're working hard to get you out. So Josh and Morgan here have gone above and beyond the call of duty to try to get you out of here so you don't sit and languish in jail. We're working hard for you, but we can't keep you doing this. At some point, it's not going to happen again. So if you come back with a third case, if you are unable to control yourself and something happens and you either hit someone, or violate conditions again, get ready to stay with us. Do you understand? What did we learn today? Self-control. It's not hard. You're gonna get upset, but just relax and everything will be fine. All right? Okay. So what we're due, have you spoken to them yet? You know?
Call now.
All right. We're working, we can't get you out today. It'll be tomorrow. We're trying to get you out hopefully by 2:00 tomorrow. The only thing that's pending now is we need someone to pick you up. So that's what Josh is doing right now to try to get someone to pick you up. If he can find someone, we'll get you out hopefully by 2:00 tomorrow. You'll be in there. Now, I don't want you to have contact with, who is it?
Chanson Cobbs.
Say it again.
Chanson Cobbs.
Do you know who this is?
Sure.
Please don't have any contact with this person. Don't have any weapons. Also, with the assault that you have, you're not to have contact with this person too. You understand?
Sure.
As long as you can do that, self-control, we're all happy. Okay?
Sure.
All right, Ms. Brown. Good luck. See you tomorrow. Thanks, Josh.
For Chanson Cobbs and Douglas on her probation for the assault.
You know, add those.
Okay.
Yeah, add on the probation, we'll just continue it. No contact and then no weapons. And then, what are we gonna do with the other case? Just, I mean, I guess take your time. I'll waive her appearance for now. Hopefully she's, did we ever do a TRAS?
Oh, we did.
She's gonna reach out to the CSO, her clients, to see if she's gonna go.
Okay, does she know this?
I'm assuming it's.
Okay.
I'll reiterate that.
Okay, as soon as she's done signing, I'm gonna reiterate to her that we expect you to.
Judge, I also had one I was gonna ask you about that was Alex. Yeah. So Laverne, L-A-V.
Hey, did you appoint her? Oh, okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wait, hold, Stephen, Ms. Brown, remember, one more thing. You will be in the mental health intensive caseload, okay? This is also to help you out. I expect you to still do this, okay? It's an anger management class, and we just want to monitor you to make sure everything's going well. So I'm going to continue your probation now, okay? I want you to continue with it, continue to do what you're supposed to do. Do you understand? So just keep doing what you're doing, be nice, and Shatori will tell you exactly what you need to do, okay? Okay, Ms. Brown, best of luck. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
And I was putting this Laverne, L-A-V.
Laverne, that's it.
To sit for it.
Mr. Frank, what am I supposed to do? Continue to let this happen?
For me, don't for me. I ain't getting no justice.
The initial reason that we were here today was because of the case that you picked up that I found no probable cause, and that I had an issue because they were alleging that a knife was, I guess, allegedly in possession or whatnot.
The allegation is possession. It was never, there was no allegations of use or threat. It's just that he had a kitchen knife on him.
You are on bond for a
terroristic threat.
You've now picked up a criminal mischief. You were facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On February 11th, 2025, the officer responded to a physical disturbance at a residence in Harris County, Texas. Dispatch advised that the caller was reporting he had a knife and was going to stab someone because they were bothering him about a broken window. The officer made contact with the defendant and the complainant, and the defendant stated he called the officer. The defendant was found to be in possession of a green stuffed animal which had a fixed blade kitchen knife concealed inside. The defendant stated the complainant came to his house with her roommate accusing him of breaking a window at her apartment.
Whoa, hold, you're going really fast.
Yes, sir.
The defendant
called the officer.
Okay.
And he said that the complainant had come to his house with her roommate, accusing him of breaking a window at her apartment. The defendant stated he was walking back to his apartment and that the complainant came out the back door to her apartment, but then he changed the story saying that she came out the front door to of her apartment to confront him. The defendant stated that the complainant came with a gun, though he did not see the gun. The complainant stated that she was laying in bed, heard a glass window in the back door break, jumped up, ran to the back door, and saw the defendant walking away from the door, holding a green stuffed animal with a knife. Apartment management stated the cost to repair the window was $200.
There's a lot of randomness in it, Judge.
The only thing, my concern is who broke the window? Did he break the window?
And Your Honor, so according to the DMs, what the complainant said is that she saw him walking away. She heard the broken window. She came downstairs and saw him walking away. And then that's what we have in the DMs. And then I spoke with her yesterday as well. She repeated the same thing, that he was the only one there when the window was broken. And that's what she said. She saw him outside the window door when it was broken.
He's walking away. He actually calls the police because he's being harassed by this woman because she's saying that he broke a window. And I don't think there's any list of physical evidence like glass on him or anything, or in the whatever stuffed animal.
At what point did the cops come and did they arrest him on the spot? What, do we have any other physical evidence? Do they?
We have the two further, just the complainant said that he was approximately 20 feet away from the back door when she saw him, and that the officer found the window to be shattered. And then the complainant showed the back door to her apartment.
I mean, how do we know he did it?
No one's saying that he did.
I mean, no one saw, it's.
To be honest, just what we have is that the window was broken, and then she saw him outside at the time when she came downstairs to check on. That's what we have.
I get it. I get it. I don't think it's enough. However, the fact is, we're still having issues with the same complaining witness. I now have to take more drastic action to ensure nothing happens in the future. So now what I'm going to do is I'm putting an ankle monitor on it and I'm barring him from going within 500 feet of where she lives or where she works.
Yes, Judge. Ankle monitor, just want to make sure it's ELM and not scram.
Correct.
Okay. Acid fees be waived. Okay. I'll add.
How far do they live from each other, Alex?
Do you have the same complex?
It was described as across the street. But when I spoke to the complainant, she said that they do not live across the street, that he was staying at a friend's house, but he told officers that she lives across the street.
So what I'm doing, Mr. Franklin, is I'm going to put a monitor on your ankle, and there is a radius of where you cannot go where this person lives or works. And I mean, we may have issues with bond conditions as it is, because if I ordered him not to have weapons on the terroristic threat and they show me that, or they prove to me that you have weapons, I'm going to put your butt in jail. So maybe we should have a formal bond hearing to see if in fact you can prove that he has a weapon.
So I have some hesitancy about everything, Judge, mostly because my client's orange sheet is quite extensive. So the jail has diagnosed multiple mental illnesses. I'm trying to track down his competency because I was appointed, I think, December. So there's been prior competency motions. I'm trying to get the reports from them, which is difficult because I forget what agency does the mental health evaluations. They're saying that they don't exist. So I'm trying to find his mental health records, Judge. It sounds to me like it's bipolar schizophrenia or schizoaffective. And so I think that my client is likely going to have severe mental health issues, which have been causing issues. And I think that's going to be the heart of all this. And so I'm trying to push for treatment. The case is just brand new is the problem.
You were ordered not to be in possession of any weapons. And they're telling me now that you have a new case and that you have an alleged knife as well. I want to set this for a formal hearing on Monday. And if they show me that you have a weapon in violation of your bond conditions, I'm going to bring it. Do you understand? You are not to be in possession of any weapons whatsoever. Get a hold of your witnesses.
Yes, Judge.
Get a hold of the cop. Let's have a formal hearing on Monday to show me whether he's in possession of a weapon or not.
Yes, Judge. Yes, Judge.
In the meantime, like I said, if I find that you become a danger to my community, it's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand, Mr. Franklin? There is no excuse. You will get this ankle monitor today, and you're not to go within 500 feet of where this complaining witness lives or works.
If I can politely ask, Judge, that we reset for more than Monday, only because this case is new enough that there's literally no offense report, so I don't know officers' names or.
Case.
So the new case, the criminal mischief, which will be the allegation for the motion.
Find no probable cause in the criminal mischief.
Well, but the problem is, Your Honor, is that it's on the criminal mischief that we have the officer that saw the alleged knife. So we'd have to get in contact. We don't have the OR. We have the name. I could reach out, but we don't have the OR to give defense. So that way they can review it. And
so the allegation is, and it's we don't have an OR, so we're reading DIMS. So the allegation sounds like the officer saw a knife, or maybe the CW saw a knife. It's unclear.
To me, it sounded like both saw a knife. And so
Well,
that's why.
I don't know if
So, I
anybody
mean,
did.
I guess I'll give you a full week. You know, that should be sufficient for you to get an OR,
Yes,
get in
yes,
contact
yes,
with both
because-
witnesses.
just to clarify for both parties here, the officer is the one that said when he contacted him, he's found the defendant in possession of the knife.
Okay, let's have a hearing.
Yes, Judge.
Get this guy over here. If you need to subpoena him, do it so that today's Wednesday, we'll have a hearing next Wednesday.
Thank you, Judge.
As part of your bond condition, you had several. You're not to be in possession of any weapons. You have a GPS monitor, and you're not to go within a certain boundary of the complaining witness in this case. It has now come to my attention through pretrial services that you have bond violations. Specifically, Mr. Franklin has not been compliant with his conditions of bond. Client has failed to not have contact with a prohibited person or visiting a restricted location. Client was ordered by the court not to go within 500 feet of the Northwood Drive apartment in Baytown. On 2/25, client received a victim exclusion zone alert at 10:22 a.m. The victim exclusion zone was cleared at 10:28 a.m. In fact, what I've been told by pretrial is that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 instant.
If I can interject, Judge, I think that's all in a 6-minute window. So I think he crossed into the exclusion zone at 10:22 and out at 10:28. And so I could proffer to the court what was given to me from pretrial. Not that I'm admitting.
Judge has a copy.
Then never mind.
I get it.
In no way admitting that this would be admissible. And looking at what pretrial has provided, it looks like he walked about 1,000, maybe 1,500 feet in about a 6-minute window through the exclusion zone. While it says contact, there's no alleged contact with any person. It's just, I know, but it's the way it's written.
How do we know?
Well, no one has complained to the state. And so it looks like he walked through an exclusion zone, which is, speaking with pretrial, is actually larger than it normally is. I think it's at 500. Is it 500 feet?
At 500 feet because I didn't want him to go anywhere near the complaining witness in this case.
Yes, Judge.
This is the same complaining witness that we have the last case that I know PC'd.
No, the two are unrelated.
They are different complainants, Judge.
Yes. And so the terroristic threat they're both strangers. The terroristic threat the allegation is that my client asked to bum a cigarette, got in an argument when he was denied. And then the newer case with no PC was that some random person's window was broken and somehow my client got charged with it when no one saw or had any evidence to believe that he had done it. But when the police made scene, he didn't have a kitchen knife, I believe, is the allegation. I will say that the new case, it was no PC, but there's also no evidence. There's no offense report. There's no videos because it's a week old.
Because they didn't go get anything because I know PC'd it.
Well, that's part of it. It's also Baytown.
But the problem is that we continue to have issues with Mr. Franklin.
So Mr. Franklin is going to have issues on bond or not, Your Honor. His mental illness is quite severe. He's received hospitalizations in the past. His orange sheet is right at a page, if not over. And so the system is aware. I would take this court or ask this court to take caution in the sense that we're not having a formal hearing. There's no testimony presented. I'm fine with having a conversation. But if the court should wish to revoke
We're
his bond.
having a hearing right now.
Well, then
Mr.
nothing has been admitted because there was no admissible evidence. I'll find to discuss with the court what has been alleged, but there is no admissible evidence of either location or possession because nobody has testified to either. And I don't think the pretrial services officer in this room would have the ability to testify how a GPS device works. Not to be mean to her, but it's not her job. And so she's not going to have any knowledge of the firsthand knowledge of the device.
We continue to have issues with Mr. Franklin, and I'm tired of it. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I only have one way to fix this.
So I've spoken with the state, particularly the chief. We're leaning towards reaching a resolution on a mental health diversion, Judge. It's not 100% that we're there, but it sounds like we're going to do it where we send him for an evaluation. So I'm going to file a competency evaluation just in case. But
so that there's another 30 days. I'm not going to sit here and wait for him to have another bond violation. No, because he's doing whatever he wants to do, because that's what's happening here.
Yes, Judge. And if you'd like to revoke his bond, which I can understand the court's position, I would just ask that we have a formal hearing with testimony where the rules of evidence would apply, which statutorily they would apply to any revocation of bond.
I'm still going to take him into custody. I find that he's a danger to our community. He's continuing to just. Mr. Franklin, what am I supposed to do? Continue to let this happen?
For me, don't fall. I ain't getting no justice.
I found no PC on your case last time.
I ain't getting nothing to nobody.
All I'm asking you to do is stay away from this place.
What I'm supposed to do? I'm trying to take care of my nieces and nephews, running back and forth to the store and stuff. What I'm supposed to do? What you want me to do?
If you need things, we can.
All I'm doing is the best I can. I'm not doing nothing to nobody. What you want me to do? I didn't have nothing to do with that.
Listen.
You ain't stopping nobody from raping me.
Just slow yourself down, okay?
Is he saying that
he's insistent
family that lives near here?
So he's given me, I've been trying to get it directed. So he lives partially with cousin and with mom, who are both on this side of town. And he essentially migrates between the two. Because of his mental health issues, I'm having a problem confirming the addresses to confirm information.
Where are you staying?
My mama's house, but she threw me out this morning. So it's the same thing. She pulled a pistol on me, yeah? Trying to tell me to shut up and let her say whatever she want to say. Switching up everything, making it hard on me.
Does your mom live near this address?
She stay down Nolan. When I leave, I don't have nowhere to go. I go to my cousins. I buy them food. I do the same thing I do.
The problem is that are they within this address?
They stay down Nolan in Baytown.
No. Baytown is a big city. I don't want you to go near where the complaining witnesses live. That's all I'm asking you to do.
But I was just having to go to my oldest cousin's house and my mother-in-law's house, get food, and then go get my medicine.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you to talk with Mr. Meunier right now, and I want to know exactly where they live in relation to this address. That's what I want to know. I'm debating to put you in or not. All I want to know is why. Because I've asked you not to go to this place, and yet, no. I want you to talk to your lawyer, and I want to figure out where the places are where your mom lives, where the cousins live, so we know exactly where you can and can't go. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Go.
Thank you, Judge. I've been trying to get the addresses, and it's somewhat difficult, but we'll give it another try. Be right back. I think I have the location figured out. It took a while because getting addresses from my client is
I understand.
difficult.
It's okay.
So, let me just visual aid. So the exclusion zone.
No. Don't. Just take it off because I'm live streaming. I don't want to.
Oh, okay, all right. So if you were to look at the exclusion zone, numbers 10 and 19 are just left of it. That is the cousin's house. So he lives probably 30 feet outside the exclusion zone. And so my client.
So hold on a second. Thing.
So,
13.
So numbers 10 and 19, because I have the ones I have are numbered.
I see it. 10 and 19. That's that cousin?
That, from what I can tell, is the cousin's house. I'm having to do this with Google
What about
Maps.
number 24?
Well, no. What I'm saying is that's where he's kind of living. He then walks through the exclusion zone. Mom's house is about 2 miles due east. This one, I think he was walking to CVS to get his psych meds. And so he goes through the exclusion zone to get to Garth Road, which is the road that the CVS is on, which is just outside the map. I can show you on my phone if you'd like. So he walks to Garth and then goes north up Garth to get to the CVS and then east to Mop. So I think this 6-minute window, I think is him walking through the exclusion zone to get to CVS. As far as I can tell, that's what's going on. He never stops very long. It's a 6-minute time. It's
CVS in relation to this.
So in relation to the map, if you keep going east of the map, maybe half a mile.
I don't understand the curve.
That's him trying to walk around the apartment. He was trying.
He's right next to it, man. He's like literally within like.
He's going to get his psych meds, Judge. Rash thinking is not 100% level. He's trying to go around it, from what I can tell. Well, I don't know, Judge. I think there's a big field, and I think he's trying to go around to get to the field, to walk through the field. But CVS is. Here, let me just show you my phone. That'll be the easier. So.
No. But come around because I don't want to live shit.
I don't want to do this without you. Yeah.
I want you to understand something and listen to this clear. I want to protect every person in my county, and I want them to feel safe. This person is scared of you. That's why I don't want you near them. Do you understand, Mr. Franklin? All I'm asking you to do is stay away, because I don't want you to accidentally bump into them on the street. You guys exchange words, and then it goes absolutely haywire. That's what I'm trying to prevent. Do you understand? It's not to be mean to you. It's not to take away this. I'm a nice person. I don't like to put people in jail. But if you're going to be a problem and you're going to scare my city, I've got a problem with that, and I'm not going to take it. You understand? So CVS, where you're trying to get to on that map, is nowhere near where this person lives. Your cousin lives outside of the area of the zone of exclusion. Look at me. Mr. Franklin, there's no reason for you to go near where this person lives. You need to find another way. I'm not going to do this with you again. Do you understand? I'm trying to be nice to you now, and I'm trying to warn you that I don't want you to go near anywhere where they live. If you need help, Nathan can help you out. If you need a place to stay, we can find you a place. If you need eat food, if you need a job, we have resources we can give you. All you have to do is ask. But
he can't give you a job. He can tell you where to go to try to find you.
But I want everyone to feel safe. Do you understand? That's all I want.
Oh my God.
Like I want you to feel safe. That's it. Here, everyone gets a fair shake. Everyone. I found no PC on your case last time, right? That's a fair shake. It doesn't get any more fair than that. Do you understand? Mr. Franklin, I'm well within my right now to put you in custody. I'm not going to, but I want you to understand that I'm not going to do this again. You understand? I'm not asking much. Okay? All right.
Thank you, Judge.
So just please
I
make
try to.
a path for him to go around so that there are no more issues.
Your Honor, I was going to see if we could shave some of the, I think it's 500 feet, and the cousin lives just outside, and it looks like GPS is giving some false positives. I was going to see if we could lower it to 400 instead of 500.
The team was for the cluster in the center, that would be
Yeah.
200.
The same would be a.
Okay. All right, hold on a second. Are you saying that the circle is within 200?
So that circle's within 500, but it was originally at 200. And so he was dinged for being within 200 feet.
But these right here are
Yeah,
not.
so that's gonna be outside of it. So he's not being dinged for those. They show all the points that is pinging,
Yep.
but that's not a violation.
Okay, then all right. I have a caution because it's right outside the zone, but it sounds like it will be okay.
Just make sure that you guys can carve a path so that there's no more issues.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Whoa.
How much money have you spent on all this? Yeah, and now it's going to cost you more because you will be required to pay for the DPS fines and fees and surcharges. And if you don't, I'm going to put your butt in jail. And every $100 you owe, you will sit in custody. Mr. McCollum, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. How old are you?
26.
26, and you now have 2 DWIs. What happens on the next one?
I don't know.
You need to know what happens on the next one.
Bad news, yeah.
No, not bad news. What happens? I'm going to tell you now that you now have 2 DWIs going on your record. If you were ever pulled over and you have the slightest smell of alcohol on your breath, any officer that pulls you over is going to say, well, if it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, meaning if it's got DWI, one, and it's got another DWI, it's probably DWI again and is able to withhold his tolerance. They're going to arrest you. No questions asked. They're not going to give a rat's behind whether you're drunk or not. The smell alone will be enough to take them down. And now you will be looking at up to 10 years in prison. Up to 10 years in prison. That's what you're going to be facing. I hope you really appreciate the gravity, because do you know what they would do to you in prison, Mr. McCollum? A little white boy stick piece, you know what they would do to you in prison? Holy moly, I've read stuff that was so bad it had me in freaking tears. How they just pass people along like it's a freaking rag doll. And you know what? The jailers don't give a rat's behind what happens in there. Some places are so bad they don't even go there. And I promise you, because I'm a judge, I get to read extra stuff that you're never going to get your eyes on. And it literally had me in tears, how they treat people. So you're one step away. And I hope that you appreciate that. All you have to do is pick up a phone, hit one button. You'll have a car for $20, take you anywhere you want to go in this freaking city. Don't matter where you want to go. It's always $20. How much money have you spent on all this? Yeah, and now it's going to cost you more because you will be required to pay for the DPS fines and fees and surcharges. And if you don't, I'm going to put your butt in jail. And every $100 you owe, you will sit in custody. You're now going to be required to pay somewhere to the tune of around $6,500 to $7,000. So you can imagine how much time you will sit in jail if you don't pay it. Do you understand? Because I am trying to impress on you how dangerous this type of offense is and how very important you must take this in the future so you don't end up in prison. What are we doing, jail?
They reduced it to a Class B misdemeanor, DWI first, interlock, 18 months probation, and TRAS, all the conditions that go with the TRAS.
180 days in jail, to be probated for 18 months. As part of the probation, you will do a repeat offender DWI education class, 2 victim impact panels, a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. You must fulfill those conditions. If they tell you that you need to do inpatient treatment, well, that's where you're going to go. If they tell you that you have to do intensive outpatient or SOP, then you must do those as well. If you don't, then guess what happens? I will issue a warrant for your arrest, and then you will be looking at 180 days in jail. And I myself, if I find that you're consuming alcohol while you're on this probation, I will put you into treatment myself. And I'm going to tell you, it lasts for 180 days if you respond to treatment well. If not, you can be in there for a year and a half. Do you understand? I just put someone in yesterday, and they're going to be in there for a solid 6 to 9 months, maybe a year and a half. You understand? No drugs, alcohol, random urinalysis, guardian interlock, no breath test refusal, meaning that if you take a breath, if you're driving in a car and an officer asks you to submit to a breath test, you must submit to a breath test. If you don't, you're in violation of this agreement. Do you understand? You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, right to be arraigned, charged read in open court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, there's no turning back. You now at 26 have 2 DWIs on your record. Do you understand? How do you plead to this offense? I will find you guilty. I am going to suspend your license for 1 year. JL, what happened on the?
We won.
Okay. You guys can apply for an occupational license. I want to know that he's doing well, and I don't think that we've had any violations so far, correct?
No, sir. And Judge, just to be clear, so when we get the occupational license, and Dustin King will be doing that part, and he has to go get the interlock on his vehicle. He's going to have someone else to drive the
Correct.
vehicle to the facility to get the interlock, because you cannot drive without an interlock.
As of
period.
this moment, you may not drive. Your license is suspended. If I catch you in a car driving, and we're going to have you sign an affidavit promising us you're not going to drive before you leave here. If you drive, you will be doing a substantial amount of time in jail. I don't care what your excuse is. I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to save 15 kids. Mother Teresa needs a ride to church. I don't care. Do you understand? Okay. Yeah, JL, if he does well, I think, and he's been doing well so far, that's good news. So we want to know.
Auto Wars.
That you appreciate the gravity of this offense going forward. The idea is that you have such a miserable experience here that you remember us 15 years down the road, 20 years down the road, you have some kind of catastrophic event in your life that causes you to go out, you get blitzed. You know what? I better not get in this car and go home. That was such a miserable experience. Huh? Yeah, he's gonna have to pay. What are court costs now? Was it a breath test or was it a blood test?
He volunteered breath, it's a 0.145.
Okay, so 6,000 and then plus court costs.
Even that it was reduced.
Yes, yeah. I will give you time to pay it. Okay, I will give you, 2 years, so it's not gonna break your bank, right? Because I understand, but I want you to understand that you're not gonna get out of this scot-free. And I want you to appreciate this. You understand?
So surcharges apply even though it's not time served?
Correct. Yeah. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Dale. Hey. Morning, Mr. Eli.
Morning.
Speak English?
Yes,
How's jail?
not so bad. It's pretty good.
Looks pretty rough. Looks like you're having a rough time, huh? Mr. Eli, on 9/2 of 22, you pick up a false report. You blow us off. Not once, not twice, but I've got your bond at 5,003 on that one. While you're out on the land, you've now picked up a DWI second. You also pick up a failure to stop and give information. On both of those cases, you're facing, well, on the DWI, you're facing up to a year in jail and a $4,000 fine. On your FSGI, which is basically leaving the scene of an accident, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir.
On May 2nd, 2024, officers were dispatched to a convenience store in regard to a shooting in progress. Upon arrival, they searched for the vehicle, which had already left the store. Complainant Tamika reported that she was at the store when the defendant came in, and he was acting erratically, stumbling, seemed to be under the influence of something, and kept saying, "Why are you guys always fucking with me?" unprovoked. He went outside, got a gun out of his car, and fired once in the air. She described him as, yes, Your Honor. She described him as acting weird, like he was on something, and she saw a gun fall out of his waistband, saw him pick it up, and saw him leave the store, get in his car, and leave, and back into her car, then drive off. He came to a stop at 1900 Commonwealth, got out of his car, and came into another occupied car, and went to the same location and got out and started yelling. The total damages to the vehicle were $500. Defendant was taken to Bentall because he was hyperventilating and he had a high heart rate. No firearms, narcotics, or alcohol were in the vehicle. Medical results returned. Defendant was positive for opioids, cocaine, and benzodiazepine. At the time, he was admitted to the hospital.
Tell Monday what you need. We're creating an agent and naming him.
Eli, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm extremely surprised that they didn't charge you with the gun case, aggravated assault, who knows what else. I am now revoking your bond on the false report, the first case, and I'm going to raise it up to 30,003 because you scare me. You are a complete and utter danger to the public and have no business. Do you understand? If you get out of jail, I am ordering you under home confinement and doing AA and NA classes 5 times a week with a GPS monitor on one ankle and a scram bracelet on the other. And you are to remain home all day, every day. And the only time you can go out is either to a hospital or to meet with your lawyer. Do you understand?
But I had no gun on it.
I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising you're not going to drive. I don't care what your excuse is. If you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get into a car and drive. Tell me, how long have you been in jail, Mr. Eli?
2 days.
Are you still coming down?
Yes.
How is it?
Pretty terrible.
Sucks, right? Yeah. Especially when you're on opiates. It's probably one of the worst come downs you can have. You're lucky you're not seizing. I'm going to tell you now, Shreya, that I'd like to do a TRAS on Mr. Eli. And I'm not going to entertain any offers until we do it. And I need to know if he needs treatment into a facility based on his priors. I mean, this has been going on for the last 5 years now, where he's been using hardcore substances. And I'm really afraid that you're going to kill someone. You're on something. You allegedly have a gun. You're shooting it into the air. What goes up must come down. What if it comes down on a 5-year-old's head, Mr. Eli? Who gets charged with murder? Who's looking at life in prison? Do you think of these things? It's high time you did, because that's kind of behavior where you didn't mean to do it. I didn't know that what I was doing. I was and then someone's looking, and even though you don't get life, you still might get 40. Typically, when I see these cases, it's 30 years gone. Do you understand, Mr. Eli? I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive, and then we'll have you placed back into the jail, and we're going to have you evaluated, and then we'll go from there. Do you understand, sir? Okay. Good luck to you.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and call this for the day, ladies and gentlemen. After tonight's live scanner feed, I am walking away from YouTube for a while. It's just too much for me. I'm trying to build a channel, but nobody wants to be here because of the bad reputation. It's really, really sad. Really, really sad. And that gives me time to work on getting the content from the channel over to Rumble to where I can make money off of it. But that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Ta-ta and ciao-ciao. The live scanner feed will be tonight at regular time. You all have a wonderful evening and have a wonderful time. Maybe I will come back to YouTube. Maybe I won't come back to YouTube. It depends. But you all have a wonderful evening. Ciao, ciao, ta-ta. Goodbye, farewell, amen, whatever. I'll catch you the next time I come back online. So you all behave yourselves as much as you can. I will see you again someday or soon. It depends.
Come down to it all with your tools in hand, making magic flow. Every broken part, you help me grow. You fix it all, fix it all. You fix it all. Daniel, you make it right. Daniel, everything's right. When I'm falling apart, you put me back together. You make it better. From the wires tangled up to the broken dreams. You know how to man all my scattered seams. With your steady hands, you refill my heart. Every piece that's lost gets a brand new start. You fix it all, fix it all. You fix it all. Daniel, you make it right. Daniel, everything's bright. When I'm falling apart, you put me back together. Daniel, you make it better. Fix it, Daniel. Fix it, Daniel. Fix it, Daniel. Make it right when the world shuts down, and I can't see clear. You're my solid ground, always drawing near. Never never give up on this heart of mine. Put it back together every single time.